Looking back, I would have had so much fun cheating Picto in that fight. I mean, Black Mage was also fun, but...
Cheating!
Yeah, I cheated out my Black Mage rotations. For prog. Those fun times.
I don't want to be that guy, but I find it fairly funny when people say shitting instead of cheating.
Just a French way of saying it, I think.
Yeah, French debug.
French default.
French Cameroon.
Just a racist.
Yes.
What's new?
Every French person has a French debug, but it matters how many stacks of it you have.
Ah,
How many sucks?
that's kind of true.
Sweden only has like 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Do I?
let's not glaze too much here.
Sweden is crème la de crème of the French. Or
Is that
however you
pronounced
say that.
creamy?
Crème la crème.
Oh, crème!
Oh, baguettes! Oh.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. That's my French.
I'm about to lose all my French subscribers. Good.
Only have me.
Good.
Don't tell the Tatas that we only beat their times just because they're French.
This
Yeah,
is the
they
kill.
catching
This is
stray.
the kill.
Okay, next part's hard for me, so let's lock in. Let's go.
Sprat.
Pick up CI. LP is good. Water stack. $83.90. Swap. North. Water stack. stuff. Oh, parallel. Refresh dots. Nice. I'm watching HP. They're even. Blue. Hit blue. Come on, lads.
Okay.
Hit him. Yes! Holy shit! That's 7-7. That's it. Oh, that's
my
it.
god!
It can't be better than this. It can't get any better than this.
I missed the clip, no!
Oh,
That's cinema. That is
It doesn't
cinema.
fucking matter.
Oh, I got rank 1. No.
Give us rank 1!
49.9 Eden. 49.9.
Oh my god. Well
Maybe the clean
played.
didn't matter.
Well played.
Oh my god!
So well
GG,
played, guys.
guys.
Such a GG. Yep. Thank you so much for the tier. We're done, I think.